Hey, so welcome back. In this video, we'll be trying to solve 53rd Leetcode problem, that is maximum subarray. So given an integer array nums, find the contiguous subarray which has the largest sum and return its sum. So they want us to do the divide and conquer approach if we had figured out the O of n solution. So in this video, we'll be just trying to do the O of n solution, alright? So now if this is your main array and this is the subarray which gives a maximum sum of 6. Alright, okay. Now let's see how we can solve this. So we'll be using Kadane's algorithm to solve this, okay? Let me say the different ways. So now let's say you have a subarray -4, -1, 1 and 5. Now there are multiple ways you could do this. Now let's say you plan to go through each element. So now you first go through -4 and search for the maximum thing. Now -4 is the maximum. Then you go through -4, -1, then -4, -1, 1. Then similarly you go for -1, 1 and -1, 1 and 5, right? Well, you know what I mean. So you could do something like that. But the thing is, the complexity becomes O of n square, right? It becomes O of n square, so it's not very efficient. So we want a O of n solution. So now how will we do that? So we'll be using Kadane's algorithm for that, okay? So let me explain what that means. First thing is, let's set up some variables. Now summation, okay, will be equal to something and answer will be equal to something. So now both summation and answer, by default it will be equal to the first element of the array. So in this case -4, okay? And then how do we calculate summation and answer? So now summation, I'll just be putting sum for short, will be equal to the maximum of sum plus the current value or the current value, and the answer will be the maximum of sum or answer. So now let us see what this means exactly, okay? So now we'll be having a for loop going through each element from the first index, okay, from the first index. So now it will begin from -1. So now why we are beginning from the 0th index is that because summation and answer already has the default value of the first index, right? That's 0th index. So we'll be beginning from index number 2, that is the first index. So -1. So now the current value will be equal to -1, okay? Now we have to find out the value of summation. Now summation, as we know, it's the maximum of the current value or the summation plus the current value. So now the current value is equal to -1, right? And the summation plus the current value is equal to -4 -1, that's -5. So now what's bigger? Of course -5 is bigger. So we update the value of summation to -1, okay? Now we have to update the value of answer as well. Answer is the maximum of summation and answer. Now summation is -1 and answer is -4. Of course -1 is bigger, so we'll be changing -4 to -1, okay? Now we will be moving on forward. So now the pointer will be at 1, okay? And the current value is 1. What is the summation plus the current value? It will be -1 plus 1, that is 0. Now which one is bigger? Of course the current value is bigger. So we update the value of summation to -1. And now we even answer, to 1. Now answer should also be the maximum of summation and answer. Answer was -1. So now 1 is of course bigger than -1. Now we'll again move on forward. Now the current value is gonna be 5, right? Now the current value is gonna be 5. Now the summation plus the current value is 5 plus 1, that's 6. Now of course 6 is bigger than 5, so we update the value of summation to 6. Now answer will also get updated. 6 is bigger than -1, so now answer will be equal to 6. Now that's basically it. So you return 6 as the answer. So now that is how Kadane's algorithm works. Hopefully you guys got the idea. Alright, so now this is how we'll be solving this problem, for example. Okay, now this is completely a OFN solution. So let's move on to Leetcode. Okay, now summation will be equal to answer, which will be equal to num0. Then for num in nums from the first index onwards, okay, like we don't want to include the 0th index, summation will be equal to the max of summation plus num or num, and similarly answer will be equal to the max of summation or answer. Now at the end we can just return answer. Okay, now let's see if this works. It works. Let's submit. And there you go. That's how you solve this problem. Hopefully you guys understood. You have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.